Okay. Hello, thank you for joining my class. My name is Zhao Wen. Welcome to the ABC English Academy. And in this lesson, you can learn something about pronunciation in English. Let's start it. Okay, so pronunciation this day we will talk about, we'll separate to be two parts. The part one includes intonation, rhythm, and stress. Okay. For the part two, we'll talk about phonemic symbols and how we use it. Intonation. How important is intonation? Let's look at this sentence. Do you need some help? It's a simple question, but by changing the intonation, you can change the meaning completely. It can be sarcastic. Do you need some help? Or it can show surprise that the other person might need your help. Venus, can you say that with the surprise intonation?
Can you say that? Sorry, brother.
Just say, do you need some help with surprise tone? Okay, perfect. Let's move on.
You want?
It can also show you really offering the help, just normally say. Can Minsu say that?
Do you need some help?
Good, great job.
So you want me to read the sentence?
Can you name some other situations about? Then, can you name some other situation about say that? Do you need some help?
Do you need some help?
Is this sarcastic? Or you really asking? What is that tone?
Do you really offering help?
Oh, okay, good. Thank you. You can see that intonation is very powerful. Tool controlling your intonation is important for communicate in spoken English. So let's start at the very beginning. What actually is intonation? There are 7 patterns of intonation in English: rising, falling, rising, falling, falling, rising, and also flat, high, and low tones. So the most important are the first 4, the rising, falling, and combination of rising and falling tones. The flat tones, high tones, and the low tones are not that important and don't have many use, so we won't talk about that today. However, rising and falling tones can each have many different meanings. Keep this in mind, one intonation pattern does not mean one thing. The same intonation can have different meanings in different situations. The intonation is flexible. If you can pronunciate these 4 intonation patterns, you can already do most of what you need in English. So how do you use these patterns? The most basic rule is that you use the falling tone to show the end of a sentence, like this one. Anyone can say this one? The first sentence?
Me.
Okay.
I live in Sydney.
Yes, falling tone. I lived in Sydney. So it means I end up the sentence using the falling tones. Another example. Sid, can you read it now?
She's a lawyer.
You're using rising tone here.
She's
She's
a
a
lawyer.
lawyer. Yes, thank you. Next up, we might be a bit late. So you can see here, let's see the rising tone. It shows that your sentence isn't finished. Yes, so for example, like this one. Minsu, can you repeat the sentence? And following
I
with
live in, okay. I live in Sydney, but I was born in China.
well, you say it's a bit flat tone, but it's more like I lived in Sydney, but I was born in China. Another example, she's a lawyer, although she isn't working at the moment. You might be a bit late because I don't finish work until 7. Okay, let's see other ways to use this intonation. Check out this dialogue. Listen carefully.
Did you get some bread?
I thought you were going to get the bread.
How are we going to make sandwiches if we don't have any bread?
We can go to the bakery and buy some sandwiches there.
But I think the bakery is closed on Saturdays.
It's not Saturday today, it's Sunday.
Oh,
Okay. You want to hear again? Let's hear it again.
did you get some bread?
I thought you were going to get the bread.
How are we going to make sandwiches if we don't have any bread?
We can go to the bakery and buy some sandwiches there.
But I think the bakery is closed on Saturdays.
It's not Saturday today, it's Sunday.
Oh,
After the first question, did you get some bread? You heard about 5 sentences. Can you hear the intonation? Before you hear that, you use the following intonation at the end of your sentence, but the pattern is often the opposite in here. I thought you were going to get the bread. Do you know why that is? This is our second rule about intonation using a falling tone to show that information is new. And you use the rising tone for the old information. In the sentence, the bread has already been mentioned, so it's old information. And you pronounce it with the rising tone. However, the word you get the falling tone because it's the new information in the sentence. Let's look at the next example. How are we going to make sandwiches? We don't have any bread. Here, the idea is the same. The bread is old information, so you pronounce it with the rising tone. Anyone can say this sentence? Chum Bella. Bella, can you do this?
Bella.
Can you open all the video camera? I can't see the last 2. And there's no name, Albert, and another one Huawei. Okay, open your camera. Yes, Bella, can you say this sentence?
喂，幫我開翻個鏡頭啊，開鏡頭啊，開鏡頭啊，麻煩開一
開鏡
下，
頭。
開一下，開一下，開個鏡頭，謝謝。
Thank you. Bella, can you say this sentence? with the rising tone in sandwiches.
We can go to the bakery and buy some sandwiches.
Perfect. Thank you. Great. Great job.
大家，他让我说什么？我没听见啊。
你说这个可以吗 ？This sentence. Bella, can you
This
say
sentence.
this sentence?
我忘了戴眼镜了。打开在哪里？我看不见呀、
看不到是吧
微熊打哪一个
？The last
？We
one. The
can
last
go
one.
to the bakery and buy some sandwiches. Yeah,
Okay. Next one. Next sentence. Can you
But-
say that?
I think the bakery is closed on Saturday.
Yes. Well, thank you, Bella. It's very great job. Let's move on. It's not Saturday today. It's Sunday. So again, here, the Sunday is the new informations. The speakers want to emphasize is the information Sunday. Saturday is old, so we're using rising tone. Let's see another patterns. Another rule. Sometimes when you're asking a question, you have no idea of the answer. You are asking a question to find out the new information. But now, in this dialogue, you will hear 6 questions. 3 of them will using rising tone, and the others 3 are using falling tones.
Where did you go for your vacation?
I went to Dubrovnik.
Is that in Croatia?
Yes, on the coast. Have you ever been?
No, never. Did you have a good time?
Very nice, though it's quite touristy.
You got back yesterday, right?
Yeah, late in the evening.
Are you feeling tired?
No, not too bad actually. In the dialogue, you
Where did you go for your vacation?
I went to Dubrovnik.
Is that in Croatia?
Yes, on the coast. Have you ever been?
No, never. Did you have a good time?
Very nice, though it's quite touristy.
You got back yesterday, right?
Yeah, late in the evening.
Are you feeling tired?
No, not too bad actually. In the
Where did you go for your vacation?
Okay. So in here, you can hear that they're using falling tone too. When you don't know the answer, but using the rising tone to ask the question that you think you know the answer, but you just want to confirm. In this case, the question has a falling tone. Where did you go for your vacation? The speaker doesn't know the answer at all. That's why he's using it.
那个谁几点钟来啊？
Have you ever been? Did you have a good time? Sometimes when you ask a question, you already have some ideas of the answer. You're asking a question to check something or to confirm that the idea is right. So in this case, the question has the rising tone. I think Dubrovnik is in Croatia, but I'm asking to make sure. You got back yesterday, right? I had an idea that you got back yesterday, and I'm just confirming this with you. Are you feeling tired? You told me you get back late, so I guess you're tired. If you're using a falling tone, this becomes a question to find the new information. This means you really have no idea where Dubrovnik in Croatia or not, and you want to know it. These rules can help you to sound more natural, but it doesn't change the meaning of the question. However, let's see this situation. There are many other intonation patterns in questions which do have the different meanings. So let's listen to this dialogue.
What a fantastic film. Wasn't it great?
Are you insane? It was the worst movie I've seen all year.
Why would you say that? It was amazing.
Forget it. It's 2 hours of my life I'm never getting back.
Why don't we get something to eat? Your pick.
How about we just go home? I'm pretty tired. Again, you heard many questions.
What a fantastic film. Wasn't it great?
Are you insane? It was the worst movie I've seen all year.
Why would you say that? It was amazing.
Forget it. It's 2 hours of my life I'm never getting back.
Why don't we get something to eat? Your pick.
How about we just go home? I'm pretty tired. Again.
So in this dialogue, can you see what's the difference this time? Before I tell you, think about that. What does the question do? So most likely you thought a question is asking for information, but that's something sometimes true. And you can questions to communicate many other ideas. In this case, a question might not need an answer. For example, this one, you can use question to make a comment about something. Wasn't it great? Or you can use the question to criticize someone or disagree with them using a rising tone. Are you insane? Also, you can use the question to make suggestions. Why don't we get something to eat? When you're having this question with more confidence and more direct to ask, you're using the following tone. But you're saying the same sentence. Why don't we get something to eat? Using rising tone, meaning you're not sure if it's the listener really wants to go. So you want to find out the answer. That is a real question. Let's do some practice. Why, Paul, can you say this, the first sentence? I can't. Okay. Okay. Then, can you say that? Yong-san. Okay. Misu, can you say the second sentence?
Second,
Yeah.
are you insane? It was the worst movie I've ever seen all years.
Okay. Bella, can you say the third sentence? It's milky.
Okay. Why will you say? Will you say that? It was amazing.
Thank you. I will do the rest of it. Forget it. It's 2 hours of my life. I'm never getting back. Why don't we get something to eat? You'll pick. How about we just go home? I'm pretty tired. Okay. Thanks. So one intonation pattern we haven't talked about yet is the rising falling intonation. You can use this to express different feelings like positive or negative. Look at one word. You can use a rising falling tone to sound excited. Really? Or you can use it slightly different to sound annoying. Really? You can use this sound surprised as well. Really? Can you hear the difference between these three? Feel the rising tones each time, rising falling tone each time, but in a slightly different way to sound excited or surprised. You start and finish higher, but to sound annoying, the tones are actually lower. Let's see the next one, stress. When you speak English, sometimes the other people will find it difficult to understand what you're saying. That's because you're using a wrong stress. Pronouncing words with the correct stress can make a very big difference in your English. So your English will immediately sound clear and more natural with the correct stress. And how do we pronounce stress? There are three things about. The one that stressed syllables should be louder. The second one should be a little bit higher. And the stressed syllable is also need to be longer in time. Let's see the example. Person, beautiful, information. We stress at the red parts and you can see it's clear. If I said person, it more sounds like French. It's not in English. Information, if we're changing the stress at the first syllable, information. People don't understand what you're talking about, even though you're saying the correct word, but wrong stress. There are some key elements to make the rhythms when you speak English. The syllable stress we just talked about, and also the second one is the sentence stress. There's one small rule for the syllable stress can help us to read the words. When they have two syllables, the stress is always at the first one. Minsu, can you read all of these words?
Picture, minutes, money, doctor, water.
Yes, you can hear that the stress is all at the first syllable. Thank you. Let's see the sentence stress. What words need to be stressed? It's the contents words. The words that deliver contents of stories to tell the listeners where to focus their attention. And stress the content words is to get the listeners to hear them easily. What words we don't need to stress? The function words. The function words make sentences grammatically correct, but doesn't have any meaning. They don't give information for the listeners. Don't stress the function words. It's not to give the listeners added attention. Content words will include nouns like Sam, houses, softness, New York. Main verbs, example like speak, listen, live, sleep, study. Adjectives words, strong, good, happy, advanced. Adverbs, for example like fluently, naturally, exactly, very. Question words like what, who, why, where, when. Or negative words, not and never. Function words, almost finished in 10 minutes. Function words include pronouns, I, he, she, they, it. Auxiliary verbs like am, is, can, could, have. And prepositions words, on, to, with, in, and that. Function words is also include determinants. Determinants like on, the, any, some. And conjunction words are also function words, such as and, but, however, and so. So again, content words is the same as the stress we just talked about. It will be louder, and it also need to speak longer, and sometimes need to changing the pitch. The pitch is like using rising tone or falling tone to make the sentence have rhythm. But our order content words need to be stressed. The answer is no. We have a guideline to duets. It's called neutral content words stress guideline. The first one we will focus on is the most important words, which is the noun and the main verbs in a sentence. Examples like, I drove him to his house. The main idea the speaker tried to say is I drove, and to his house. That is the main idea. The second one is less important than the nouns, adverbs, which is adverbs and adjectives. For example, today is a good day for catching a fish. Third one is for the open compound nouns. We need to stress the first nouns because compound noun normally is two or three words together, but we only stress the first one. Like in this example, dinner table and living room. Stress on dinner and living. We have a dinner table in the living room. The last one is need to stress the position, like phrasal verbs. Example, the racing car blew up after it crashed into the fence. The main idea you want to say is blow up. So the up here need to be stressed. Okay, here's the exercise. Let's listen this one.
I got a new app idea. How to get Joel on a diet. I got a new app idea. How to get Joel on a diet. I got a new app idea. How to get Joel on a diet.
Then can you repeat what the audio said?
No, it's not clear at all.
Okay, can you guess what it said? Anyone can read it? Anyone can say that? Repeats the audio?
No.
喂，你可唔可以開咗啲鏡頭啊？有幾個冇開鏡頭。
我聽唔到啊！頭先嗰段。
Oh, okay. Let's hear again.
Can you repeat
I got a
again?
new app idea. How to get Joel on a diet. I got a new app idea. How to get Joel on a diet.
It's pretty fast. And it skips some words. The T here, it becomes da. It's called schwa in English. And this T also is mute. And here got her, they sound gotta. And here app idea, they also skip and link together. App idea. How do. Get your, the T is mute as well. So you can't hear it. I got a new app idea. How to get Joel on a diet. Here's link as well. And the stress is on got. App idea is a compound noun. So the first one stress. Get, main verb. Joel, nouns. On a diet, nouns. Feliska, can you repeat this sentence?
Oh. 但是一开始比较冷，你知道为什么吗？它中间不是200-300人呢。
Yeah, I got a new idea how to get
你听我说呀，
Joel
那个他卖的
right.
On a diet.
后来拍完之后，把你的那个就是开始不知道为什么有人就是
不到没声音了，
中间你那个
几多个人？
不到听不到。
从头上2次到3次，它是有一个。
So how do we pronounce function words? Function words normally need to be quiet because you don't want attention on it.
冇聲嘅。
Shorter. 聽唔到啊？ 聽唔到啊？ Can you hear now? I hear quite clear. 有個人落咗線喎。And it also have the relaxed tone for that. This is the schwa example. Them. In the speaking and the daily speaking, they will skip the her, it will become a. For, they don't speak that clear, it will become the. So sometimes you will skip it. To, like we said, it's not to, it will become the or t. When, it becomes when. Should have, should have. Could have, could have. Here's another exercise.
I just don't know what city right now. I just don't know what city right now. I just don't know what city right now.
So this one is even harder.
I just don't know what city right now.
I just don't know what to
city right
say to you right now. It skip a lot.
I just don't know
And
what
it
city
speak
right now.
very fast, but this is the normal English speaking in daily. You can hear it say, I don't know, and say, you right now. It skip it, what to say is very fast, and it skip the T. In the stress is at the don't, is a negative word. No, say, and right now. I just don't know what to say to you right now. Anyone can repeat this one? Lisa, can you repeat this sentence?
I just don't know what to say to you right now.
Yes, great. Good job. Let's move on to the part 2, phonemic symbols. Phonemic symbols are visual representations of the speech sounds that's reproduced as we speak. Although there are multiple alphabets of phonemic symbols, the International Phonetic Alphabet is the most widely used. So in this lesson, you can learn about using IPA. You will see how using IPA can improve your English pronunciation and help you to avoid pronunciation mistakes. Let's see the example. Laura, Wednesday, consciousness, champagne. So you can see these words, these words